Next heading is the role of gratitude and appreciation. Both gratitude and appreciation, thankfulness, all of that is good stuff. We just have to remember to do it. That's all. Remember to appreciate. Remember that appreciation means. So, the reason I find appreciation a better word and I like using the word appreciation, first of all, I learned it from Abraham, but I truly understand the difference now. There is give and take in gratitude. You gave me something, so now I'm grateful. There's give and take in gratitude, right? Appreciation is just my appreciation without wanting anything in return, without having received anything. I'm appreciative. So there are really no strings attached. And that's what makes appreciation a more pure feeling. And I can tell you, all of law of attraction work just boils down to two things: appreciation and meditation. That's it. Meditation to clear the cobwebs, appreciation to go up the emotional scale. That's it. That's it. So, mindfulness is all about being present in the now, but I always say that's not enough. Mindfulness, true mindfulness, is being present in the now with appreciation. Because if you're just mindful, mindfulness means being present. Well, I could be present in my anger. I could be 100% present in my anger. Does it serve me? No. So being present with appreciation is what serves us. There's so much to be appreciative of, and I want to say something that I understood long ago when I was doing this work and trying to make sense of how to do this work. The one thing about appreciation is that it is harder. If you're down here, if you're in the lower part of the emotional scale, it is much harder to find things about yourself to appreciate. You just don't feel worthy. If you're here, you're not feeling worthy. And if you're not feeling worthy, then looking for things to appreciate in your person or in your life is a much harder thing to do than to look for things to appreciate about other people or just nature, things that have nothing to do with your life. Don't you know even now that giving yourself a compliment is much harder? You don't even think about it, but it's much easier to compliment someone else. You look lovely, we say, instead of looking at ourselves in the mirror and saying, I look lovely, right? How many times do you do that? Look in the mirror and say, oh my God, I look so lovely. I look amazing. Look at my eyes, look at my hair, look at my lips. I am gorgeous. How many times do you do that? Right? We're taught not to do that. My mother taught me not to do that. In fact, my mother said, don't look in the mirror. I wasn't allowed to look in the mirror. And then because I went to a convent, wasn't allowed to look in a mirror there either. Right? So what happens is we learn not to be appreciative of ourselves and our lives and who we are and what we are capable of. So learning to be appreciative is so much easier if you just look at the world around you and appreciate the tree. Because when you appreciate the tree, it doesn't make you feel shy. Because in the beginning, when you're doing this work, now remember, self-worth is all about appreciating yourself. But in the beginning, when you're doing this work, it's so hard to find something about yourself to appreciate. So Manisha has a question here. Zara, what if you feel worthy about yourself only when you see manifestations pop up here and there and find it difficult to appreciate yourself otherwise? Sweetheart, that's totally okay. You see, because in the beginning, that can happen. And that's why I say, look at nature. Because I find it so easy to appreciate my cat or my puppy. I find it so easy to appreciate trees. This is how I learned appreciation, was just by being in love with the trees. Just looking at the trees, I can always find appreciation for trees. See, but what happens is when you spend time in appreciation and you appreciate the trees and the water and the sky, you're practicing the art of being an appreciator. Just like crafting. I don't know if anyone does crafting out there, but in the beginning, when you start cutting things, those edges are rough. But with practice, you learn to cut it right there, right? And that's what it's all about. It's about practicing the exercise, practicing your appreciation muscle. Muscles develop when you work them. And our appreciation muscle is underdeveloped. For 90% of mankind, our appreciation muscle is underdeveloped. And those of us who are fortunate enough to have landed on law of attraction, and we are following teachers like Wayne Dyer and Esther Hicks and Deepak Chopra, we start developing that appreciation muscle. And that is why appreciation is such a big part of the workbook. Not only are we starting our day with appreciation and ending our day with appreciation, but during our day, we are also appreciating. We are appreciating the food, because we can appreciate our food. We can appreciate the color of it, the taste of it, how fresh the ingredients were that we used, right? So Manisha, that is exactly, so Manisha is saying, I find it hard to appreciate me or my actions. And Manisha, that is exactly why I'm saying don't even try. Don't even try to appreciate yourself. Appreciate nature. Once your appreciation muscle becomes stronger, you will automatically start appreciating yourself. But if you are not in a place where you can appreciate yourself and you try and force it, you actually do more harm than good. You cannot force it, you see? Because when you try to force it, what happens is you pull yourself apart, because you say, I'm just giving you an example. I appreciate who I am. No, I don't. I wasn't nice to that person and that person, and I didn't do that thing I was supposed to do. I'm not a nice person. So it defeats the purpose, you see? So don't even try, because you're not ready for it. Do the thing that is easy to do. And so if that thing is appreciating the house that you live in, or the apartment that you live in, do that. Appreciate, even just appreciating the view out of one window of wherever it is that you live, or your workplace, or whatever. It's about practicing the vibration of appreciation. That's all. That's what it's all about. Okay? So the workbook takes you towards appreciation again and again and again. We start our day with 5 things to appreciate. And then we appreciate during the day. We appreciate our body. We appreciate where we live, the people who are important to us, the work that we do. And that builds that muscle slowly. And if you're not feeling ready for it, don't do that part. So again, one of the important things about the 40-day workout is only do those things that are easy to do. Because once you start getting the momentum going with the things that are easy to do, you can add one more and add one more and add one more. And pretty soon, over the course of doing the workout again and again, maybe 3 or 4 times, you will be doing all the exercises. Not only will you be doing it, but many of them will just become a natural part of the way you spend your day, the way you live your life. Okay,